Good morning, New York, guys. Welcome so much to this stream. This is the last game, last event. We are ready to give you the last, the last game of this event. We are playing Blood Angels versus Thousands Sons. And first of all, we have to apologize because we're not going to be able to do the top three contestants for the win because they actually all decline being on stream. This is a very serious game for them, so we have to respect them. And since this is voluntarily to be on the stream, we'll have to, we have to accept the fact that they want to focus more on the game than being nervous about being on streams. So with that in mind, we are not going to be bothering by that because we are going to give you update on how it goes and let you guys know how the top tables are doing. The final for this event is going to be Dark Angels with Linus Thousands versus, I believe it's Wotan, and I think it's Erik who's playing Wotan. It's going to be a tough game for both of them since they both have tools to tear each other apart. And now we are going to focus on this game is Tomas L's Blood Angels. We are going to walk through that list right now. And so the list for the Blood Angels list is for Blood Angels, who guys who don't know, Blood Angels get +1 to advance and +1 to charge. And they get crazy when they go into combat because they get +1 to wound. And also when they are in Assault Doctrine, they get +1 attack. So they are really menaced when it comes to charge. And fighting in close combat is a combat-based army. First for the HQ slot, we have Azorath with Monster of Strength, Canticle of Hate. He is a Death Company chaplain, so he gives out better leadership to them, and also he has the ability to really chuck some really hard heavy hittings into the game. Then we have Commander Dante. He is the warlord, so he's gonna provide a CP, as you can see on top here, the CP gain here. And then he has the Axe Mortalis, so it's a damage 3 weapon. He also has a fusion piston that is always miss. That is the things that are always happening when I play Commander Dante either way. Sanguinary Priest provides the buff to put something in Assault Doctrine, heal some stuff. He's a selfless healer, as you guys can see over here. So he can actually provide some more support by getting the angels some more space when they want to charge. If, let's say that you have lost something. Am I disconnected right now? Let's see if I am. Let's see if we are indeed connect. Got some notification right here. I'm going to... All right. So I think we are back. I'm going to take a quick look at my screen here. Let's see. All right, yeah, we are back. Sorry about that, guys. I just got a glitch in the chat over here. So either way, let's walk through the list once again. They have the Death Company Marines. They can pre-game move for 1 CP. So they are really deadly at the start of the game if they go first. 2 units of Death Company. We have a Sanguinary Ancient, really good. We have the Sanguinary Guards, 3 units of them, all with swords. It's some mix actually. So we got a unit of just swords, and then we have 2 mixes of swords and axes. The only difference here is that the axes provides a little more strength, but drawback is less AP, and the swords on strength 5, it's AP 3, but they all are damage 2. All equipped with Infernal Pistols because they are free. Thank you, GW. In the fast attack slot, we have some assault squads with Thunderhammer, and then some special weapons. Got some more Meltas going in to be able to provide that anti-tank. 2 land speeder tornadoes to provide some fast-moving targets, and then we have in heavy support. We have a Gladiator Reaper with auto launchers and all that beautiful stuff. In finishing up the list with a Whirlwind to provide the with the fight last. Going into Linus' list, we are playing Thousands Sons, and we are playing Cult of Duplicity, which gives him the psychic power to teleport. I am standing firmly believing that if you go into Thousand Sons, you almost always want to pick Cult of Duplicity, because that teleportation spell is just so good. Just so good. HQ slots, we have Araman. He is a super psyker, 3 spells. He can cast 3, deny 3. He is on the disc, so he's very fast. Exalted Sorcerer. He has the Umbralific Crystal to be able to teleport in command phase once per game. He seems to be pumped up with some, his Doom Ball to provide some extra mortal wound output, and Temporal Surge to give the extra movement. Inferno Master, equipped with a Glaegland Ori, is a super handy tool because it removes every buff that the opponent has. Basically, you cannot get -1 to damage, you cannot get -1 to... it's super good. And then it's Master Misinformator, so he can actually redeploy. 3 units of Rubric Marines, super handy, super good. Chaos Contemptor Dreadnought with 2 Twin Volkite Culverins. They are base AP 0, but with Thousand Sons they actually have a stratagem to provide them with an extra AP, so it actually becomes helpful. It is the staple of Iron Hands, so let's see how it goes in the Blood Angels. We have a unit of 10 Terminators here. Scarabical Terminators are super handy. A lot of stratagems that they can provide. We get an extra shot with the Bolters, +1 to wound. And they're just super good. They are a bit expensive, 430 for 10 guys, but they have 2 Hellfire missile racks and 2 Soul Reaper cannons for the extra AP and extra strength. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. We have a Sengo Shaman who's basically there, I would presume, to provide some Cabal points and also for doing the Warp Ritual, because he actually is quite fast and you're able to chunk him up, do the Warp Ritual, and then take him back with a move again. A unit of 5 Chaos Spawns. Chaos Spawns are really good to be the first unit to shuck into the mid zone or doing the first trade-off with, because Chaos Spawns are super durable. You can give them the 4-up invulnerable save, give them -1 to hit, and that actually gives them some, and +1 to hit as well. That actually gives them some actual output, and we also have a stratagem in Thousand Sons for a CP to pick what table we want in their fighting phase. Basically, Chaos Spawns at the start of the fighting phase, they get to roll a D3, and depending on what number you roll, you're gonna get some buffs. It can be AP4, full rerolls to hit, full rerolls to wound, or it's... With that CP, you also get extra attacks, so if you really want to get some output, it's really good, because your base AP2 damage too. It's super good. Another Chaos Spawn probably gonna stay back and hold an objective in super heavily auxiliary detachment, the support detachment. We have a 3-man, 3-dog unit of Huntsmen. They have Melta Guns, Strength 9, AP4, D6 +2 damage within the Melta range, and they are Dreadblades, and they are worthy offerings, so they get +1 to hit and wound. I'm not 100% sure if it's wound, but I do know that they get +1 to hit at least against monster vehicles and characters. They're basically there to provide the extra support, and they actually can fight, because Thousand Sons, we don't fight that good, but you know. Yeah, let's go stream, boys. Alright, so that was the Thousand Sons list, and now we are going to head back into the table. The guys have picked their secondaries. I'm just going to walk up and pick up what secondaries they've been picking, and then we'll talk about that. Alright, we got some secondaries going on here. The Thousand Sons are playing Assassinate, Warp Ritual, and Grind, while Blood Angels are doing Assassinate, Abhor, and Shock Tactics. This is going to be super interesting to see, because I don't think I would have picked Abhor versus the Thousand Sons. It's really hard to score Abhor, because every model in the Psyker unit counts as being a Psyker until the last model has died. So it's going to be really interesting to see here. For the Thousand Sons player, we have the Assassinate, Warp Ritual, and Grind, which, I mean, Blood Angels do have good secondaries. Thousand Sons have lost so much potential in the secondary game, so they actually can't like auto-pick 3 or even 2 sometimes, because they are so stripped on secondaries. This is going to be a tough game for the Thousand Sons. I've been playing this matchup against the Blood Angels player, and it's a really hard matchup for the Thousand Sons. They don't like to be in combat, they like to stay away, and Blood Angels do the exact opposite. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Alright, they are ready to deploy. So let's see how it goes now, guys. What do you think? Who's gonna win? And as I said, my money is based on the list is the Blood Angels, but I do know Linus Bengtsson as a teammate of mine. He is really good at Thousand Sons, and he is also a really good Blood Angels player, so that is going to go into effect on how this will go. And for you guys who's wondering why I am talking by myself, Kim is on his way. The traffic is a bit weird on Sundays here in Gothenburg, so he's going to show up as quickly as he can. Sorry guys for the inconvenience, we had a glitch and we accidentally froze the camera. We had to work our Omnisaya magic to get it on, but we are back again. So, as we can see, the Blood Angels are actually positioning their Death Company quite offensively, which is as expected. And the Thousand Sons are probably going to be as far back as possible. They don't need to be offensive at all because they have the crystal to jump where they want to be, and they also have the possibility to redeploy with Master of Misinformator. And Linus now is actually moving to check the range. Once again, we have some problems with the camera right now. I'm gonna try to work it out. Oh my god, guys, we are back at it again. I'm so sorry for this. We are basically having some difficulties with the camera right now. It's been glitching a lot, so we are now waiting to see if this is stable enough to see. There might actually be that this camera will shut itself off again, but in that case, we actually know what's going on. So bear with us just one more second, and we are going to make sure that you can view this game with us. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we are back at it. And the first player who's going to start is Linus Thousands. He got the first turn. And he's very happy that he got the first turn, so you don't have to face a lot of Death Company. The Death Company has pregame moved back, so they won't get shot off the table by the Terminator or something else that could jump. As you can see, Linus is preparing his counter punch with his Chaos Spawns on the bottom middle table. He's probably gonna just scoot them up and be ready to move into the middle objective. He's checking the line of sight from that Storm Speeder or that Land Speeder. If he can get some angles here. Looks like he found that angle. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, seems like everything is working right now. Let's just pray to the Omnissiah that this is actually it. So it's going to be interesting to see how they both are going to take care of the Assassinate, because this actually brings out the issue that you don't want to be too offensive with your characters, and Blood Angels tend to at least be somewhat aggressive with Dante and, well, Astrat also. Astra was a really good Blood Angels characters when you could do the Death Company secondary. Basically, you needed to kill stuff with Death Company, and if they died, you got some more VP. That was a psychic phase. Got some Cabal points coming up. And for you guys who don't know how Cabal points work, it's each unit gonna provide some Cabal points for him to spend on some action points to provide his support for his psychic actions or psychic powers. Like add +2 to the psychic test, add +1, make it undeniable. It's really handy when it comes to Warp Ritual, for instance. Staying in the range. On move again because it's only 6-inch range, and it looks like he needs a couple of more inches to get that off. Paying 4 Cabal points. And he gets it off on his reroll. And that's how you play Warp Ritual when you're playing Thousands Sons, my good folks. And here comes to show the strength of Araman because he has full reroll to cast. Extending the range in the shooting phase. +6 goes off, puts it on the Terminators. Get -1 to hit. I think he's preparing them to jump or teleport. Not gonna go off. Okay, goes off. Oh, +1, yeah. auto passing the teleport spell, and now the Terminators are going to jump. And I don't know if they're going to try to kill. I'm going to remove the overlay now, guys. If I knew how to do that. There you go. So you can see what's going on here. So it looks like he's really getting a good angle here with the into the Sanguinary Guards, and I do believe there's a couple of Death Company as well. This is a super good positioning for Linus, and he does have a lot of buffs here. And I can't remember if he got off +1 to hit. But basically, what's going to happen here is he's gonna put off a lot of CP here. I think he's going to at least spend 3 CP for +1 to wound and additional shot with his bolters. So each Terminator is going to shoot 5, and I do believe as he has 2 Soul Reaper cannon, it's going to be 8 times 5. It's going to be 40 shots, and since he extended the range, he can be as far as 30 inches away. And this is where the Terminators are so deadly. And Thousand Sun Terminators has AP1 on his bolters. Using some Cabal points to provide a psychic action to get a CP on the 4 and the 3 up. And Thousand Sons have a +1 to cast, so it's never going to be able to get failed. But they can take a mortal wound if they roll a double 1. Or a double 6 for that. Linus actually missed to place his rerolls within 6 inches of the Contemptor, so he's not going to be able to see. So right now there's a Twin Volkite going in to the Land Speeder Tornado on the right bottom side. 16 Volkite shots coming in. Hitting on 3s. Drop some shots. Strength 6 versus Toughness 6, going to be provide force to wounds. So it's a couple of mortal wounds because Volkites provides mortal wounds in addition on 6s to wound. So this is got 3 mortal wounds, and it's going to be 3+ save. I don't know if it provided the extra AP, but it's going to be at least 2 damage a pop for each save that he fails. And there he died. And yeah, so he paid the CP to get the extra +1 to his AP. That's why all the 3s failed. Otherwise, I don't think it would have died. Okay, so he actually couldn't provide the +1 shots. So he's going to shoot everything into the Sanguinary Guards, I think. Winning on 2s. AP2 here. That was the missiles. Now on to the Soul Reapers with more AP. Winning on 2s here because of the veterans. Winning on 2s, right? Looks like we missed 3 there. So at least it's going to be 5 up at the least. 5 up. There's a lot of saves there. The Sanguinary Priest provided the 6 up Feel No Pain there. Worked as a clutch. The Sanguinary Gorge has a 2-up save at base. So with them in cover with a 1-up save, they are really, really tough to shift. And they do not have a +1 to hit here. So 3s in here. No rerolls as well. Looks like there's a cocked dice on the table. Nope. So looks like there's a lot of misses here. And there's a cocked dice going into 1. Yeah. So the +1 strength is up. And I do believe he failed that one as well. But burned the CP to give... Mortal Wound to his Inferno Master to get that buff off in the command phase. 18 saves on AP2, so he has a guy left on cover, so it's going to be 3 up until he fails it. 18 saves. It's going to be 3 ups here. Save the first. Save the second. Failed that one. 6 up Feel No Pain. No. So there's a go. And now we got a lot of 4-ups coming in. Can roll everything here. Looks like there was a lot of saves there. Wow, that was a lot of saves. And 2 more. But I do believe if Linus has really thought this through, it should be not being able to get charged, because they only move 14, and then the charge plus 12 means it's 26, so you shouldn't be able to get to them. So right now we saw the Blood Angels player burn that CP, burn the 2 CP for auto passing the morale, because now he can actually bring them back. Next up is the Blood Angel player. On to Blood Angels turn 1, and let's see how he's going to capitalize on his big saving throws up his top middle side. Alright, so what we got there is we got some buffs going on. Tomas buffed the Death Company with +1 to hit and put them in Assault Doctrine, so now they have a lot of attacks. So now Tomas is forcing himself to go quite hard, because they because Linus took grind and he has killed the speeder. So the question now is, can Tomas kill a unit here? I am not so sure. I'm not so sure actually. Because there are a lot of guys in cover, there's a lot of guys that Manus want to hit. There's a lot of damage 1 going into Thousand Sons. If you guys who don't know, Thousand Sons have a very good save against damage 1 because they have something that's called Ollie's Dust, which provides an extra armor save versus damage 1. But I'm a little bit concerned about Linus' CP. He is gaining 3 CP each battle round, but I do think he wanted that extra bolter shot when he shot that Sanguinary Guard, because I'm pretty sure that those extra 8 shots would have killed him. Super interesting game, this, guys.
Det där är min Battlefield Edge, det där, den här är min territory. Där kan du inte komma in.
So what we are talking about here is Thomas is asking about where the knights can come in, because they can do some real damage into even the Whirlwind and the Gladiator Reaper. Move the Whirlwind a bit to get some cushion for the Mushin, for the Assault Marines. He does not want to be so close to the Chaos Bombs because their threat range, I do believe that they're move 7, and they are targetable with the Move Again spell with Thousand Sons, which provides them a 14-inch move with the possibility to charge and shoot afterwards. And I'm just telling you guys that they can shoot. I'm not, because it provides the extra shooting distances with the Rubrics or the Terminators. The Chaos Bounds cannot shoot. So I actually like the positioning here, because there isn't much in CC that Thomas can do here. And he is playing a boar, so he cannot be too laid back. He's playing shock, so he does wants to prepare himself to take some objects. And he's playing assassinate, so he cannot hold back. So just by looking at the state, Thousand Sons is winning just by killing a unit a turn and just be safe as possible, because right now assassinate versus assassinate is 0. Warp Ritual versus a boar is a 12 versus right now 0, because there's a 100% chance that Linus is going to get that warp. And then it's grind versus shock, and I do believe that grind was a better pick for Linus than the shock was for Thomas, because Thomas is forcing himself to take objectives that Linus is currently holding, which is not gonna be that easy. Thomas really has to respect the Chaos Bombs right now, because of their 14-inch plus 2d6 threat. And I do think he's just have to be forcing himself to just let the Warp Ritual go, because that's nothing that he can do anything about, really. So Thomas is taking his time to make sure he doesn't give too much away. He's moving the land speeder up. I do have to say that land speeder is quite a juicy target for the grind point. He's moving some marines up behind the gladiator. Going to remove that overlay for you guys. Thomas just said that he can't do so much. And here comes the shooting phase. Here comes the shooting phase, guys. So 1 CP for -1 damage, which provides the cushion to the +1 save versus damage 1 from the Gladiator Reaper. Tempest Bolter coming in. Fire. Stubber coming in. One shot with a missile. Nej. So Thomas really needs to overachieve here, because Linus is really want to control that objective to score the 8 on primary without having to sacrifice units to push up the middle, and by that give away Chuck. Because anything that goes up the middle will be dead after Thomas' turn. Managed to kill 3 guys there, but it's 1 guy left, and all his dust also provide the magical thing with auto-passing morale. Yeah, he's going to shoot the Whirlwind to see if he can actually pick up the last one. 2 D6 shots. Hitting on 4s, so it was some shots here. 2 wounds. He needs to save, and he has no rerolls here. And he saved them both. So Linus is going to be alive, and he's going to get the grand point. Gonna check up some scores here for you guys. Going into turn 2 for Thousand Sons. Really good start for Linus. +1 strength from the Infernal Master. So we've updated the score here, guys, and Linus is in the lead with 17 points. He scored 8 points on primary this turn. He scored 3 points for controlling his priority target, and he scored 3 points on grind and 3 points on warp ritual. So right now, Thousand Sons are in the lead, but everything can happen. This is early in the game. I'm so sorry, guys, that this game is not gonna be the one who wins GothCon, but it's going to be one of the top games here. All 5 who are in the top declined being on stream because they really want to focus on the games, and so that's why we're not having the actual final on the screen here. But we are providing you with an interesting game here with Blood Angels vs. Thousand Sons. Two armies that, just before the last balanced data slate, was the top contenders of the game, actually. Armor Contempt did so much for Thousand Sons, it did so much for the Blood Angels. So right now, checking the threat from the Salt Marines to not getting the charge off into the Chaos Bombs. He just wants to provide the threat with the Chaos Bombs up the middle. And here once again comes the Sango Shaman to do the warp ritual. And for you guys who's wondering why I am all alone by now, it's because the traffic in Gothenburg is a menace and Kim is on his way. So we will probably see him at probably when Blood Angels is in the middle of his turn 2. Oh, we're not in turn 1, by the way. Sorry about that. Need to change that. Apparently you have to save to make this change. And there you go. This is turn 2, Thousand Sons. They started right now checking to see the distance. If they have the warp ritual, he only has to be within 6 of the center field. So here's the tricky part. Linus is probably going to be able to kill at least the land speeder. The question is, does he want to get the Gladiator Reaper? Because right now, his Rubric Marine on objective 6 is actually juicy target to deny the grind point for him. From the Blood Angel side, of course. And it's also juicy target for providing the shock assault. But I'm not so sure that he has the range to do that. Linus is moving him back instead, so I would say that he does not have the range to get to that point. and I would like to take the chance to thank you guys for watching this stream this weekend. I am hosting the 40K Pod in Sweden, a podcast that I'm currently working with. It's going to be it's in Swedish, so if you guys haven't had the chance to dive into that beautiful podcast, please do. It's called 40K Podden, and it's a great show with some great guys trying to embrace the 40K in Sweden because it's on an uprise, or it has been for a while. And we're going to talk about everything and anything about 40K. And as the 10th edition is approaching, there's a lot of juicy stuff to talk about. Let me know what you think about the 10th edition so far that you've been seeing from either the leaks, which I haven't seen, or the actual leaks from the Warhammer community page. I do think that I know that I like that they've simplified things so they don't actually have 1,000 different readings for Deep Strike. So now it's only Deep Strike. And I do like that they are actually combining so it's a common term for everything. So it's going to be easy to understand each detachment's or each faction's ability. So you can compare it with your own ability and don't have to actually know the exact wordings, because it can be quite hard for players that aren't super invested into the game, just want to play and still want to try going into tournaments and stuff like that. So please go to tournaments, meet the wonderful community, and meet the awesome players that I already know. And if you see me in some event or see me otherwise, please say hello. I do love to talk 40K or anything else. Looks like we're advancing the Relic Contemptor. He doesn't have so much to shoot at. Just wants to provide that cover on the bottom side. He wants to see if he needs to move up a bit more to get some angles into the Blood Angel's territory, which is a good way to see it, if he needs to move forward or if he overextends. Overextension is quite common in 40K. And it's a thing to master. You don't want to be overexposing yourself. And here comes... Is it Araman that's moving around here? Or is it the Exalted Sorcerer? I can't tell from this distance. Here comes the Warglaives. Probably looking off to get some shots into the Gladiator Reaper, because there's a lot of shots coming from that tank. He's auto-passing the teleport from the Terminators, I presume. So... Yeah, I'm sorry to say, guys, that this is actually not the final. It's one of the middle tables, because all of the guys that are playing for the top spots actually declined playing on the stream, feeling the pressure. And of course, it's voluntarily to be on the stream, so we are waiting for the results there. It's not going to be in a while, I would assume, but I am going to give you guys update on how it goes. It's a bit too early to do that right now, but I'm gonna make sure to do that. There's still almost 2 hours left on the clock. I can make sure to provide a link to the BCP. Just give me a sec, guys, and I'll make sure to find that. There you go. Well, this week has been awesome. We have been witnessing a lot of good games, a lot of frustrating games, and it's been it's been lovely. It's been lovely. We love Gothenburg. We love the city. We love Neil Kerr. We love the arrangement. It's been awesome. And one thing that has been improving, like for the entire 40K scene this year, is that the terrain has becoming so much better. The placements of the terrain I will not discuss, but I will, however, talk about the density of the terrains. There has been so much upgrade on the entire 40K scene when it comes to terrain. It's been a transition from the 8th, when the terrain wasn't that big of a factor. But, for instance, we had a couple of guys that were almost always complaining about the terrain in Fantasia North Fnatic. And they came back this year and they were like, well, holy shit, they got more terrain than we do in Westeros, in Westeros Wargaming, at Games of Westeros. So there's been really improvement in the terrains. And as you can see right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 large L's and a very huge footprint. So yeah, this weekend has been great. Good to see the terrain work. Good things to improve. We are ready for 10th edition, guys. And as per usual, we are doing a lot of buffs onto the 10-man brick of Terminators. The heart and soul of every Thousand Sons list. Nice. What? Where is stationary, man? Oh, nice. I hope that the 40K scene is on the rise in Fallen as well. I do know about Sandviken that they have a couple of guys playing from Flaming Dolphins, but when it comes to Fallen, not so sure. Would love to come hang around with you guys and play some 40K soon, especially when the 10th edition is up. I'm going to make sure to travel to all the venues to get to know more guys and try to get more attendees to the 40K pod, and to provide as much information to the Swedish 40K scene as possible. Alright, so it's the shooting. 2 damage going in to the land speeder. And as I said, it's a really easy grind target here. Oh, that's awesome. Let me know when you guys are playing a tournament and I will make sure to swing by. Even play it, perhaps. So Soul Reapers here, going in. Getting 2 more damage in. Should put the land speeder on 1 wound. Ah, that's great. Well, if you've got an open spot, let me know. Yeah, I understand. The terrain is the most expensive part in creating a tournament in 40k, as the terrain is so much denser right now. And this is Linus just mopping up the last wound on to the land speeder. It's going to be AP1 of these shots. And land speeder does not benefit on light cover. It's going to be 4 up saves. 9 saves onto the land speeder. Oh, you got an extra AP as well. And here it goes. Indeed it does. So this is the Warglaive shooting into the Gladiator Reaper. A charge in with the Warglaive with OPSEC. Fails it with the reroll. Would have taken that objective. I'm not so sure that he really wants to do that though, because that's an easy thing to pick up Shock Assault from. But now, here's the question. Are we going to try to kill the Warglaive with the Meltas and the shooting from the Gladiator Reaper? I'm not so sure about that, because right now we've only killed one thing with the Terminators. So if he managed to kill a Warglaive here, he's going to get some zeros on grind. And of course Thomas is not going to stay in Devastators. And the Gladiator is bracked. It's going to go on to it's time for turn 2 for Blood Angels. Chapter Master goes to the Sanguinary Guards. I do believe he's going to try to kill the Warglaive, which is going to... well, he's going to deny the grind, but I do think he's going to get overwhelmed by Chaos Spawns and the Relic Contemptor. Seems a bit frustrated but to go board state, because he... So the Gladiator Reaper is on the rise. Probably looking to get some angles on some rubrics. And yeah, this is the position I was looking for the first turn actually. Could have done an advance with the Gladiator Reaper to provide the cushion. Now I think it's a bit too late. But Shock Assault is a high scoring secondary. And by that I mean he scores 4 points each time he manages it. So he only needs to do it 3 times to get a 12. Which is a stable score. So Linus racked some points up. He scored 4 more points on Warp Ritual and 3 more points on the missions. It's going to be 4 more points going up to 21 on his score. And the Blood Angels scored 8 points on primary, going up to an 11. So there's a slight lead from the Thousands Sons, and he's going to have to work quite hard for actually to retain that or maintain that. But the Blood Angels also have to start sacrificing some units right now. And this is where the grind goes into effect. Oh, moving the terrain here just to make sure that we got the right amount of distance. And Dante is actually there, so he's probably buffed the Sanguinary Guards with the Chapter Master reroll. So what's good here for the Blood Angels is that you probably don't want to waste CP to shoot 2 Melta shots. It's not going to make any difference, and it's 1 out of 4 or something like that he gets a hit. And then he needs to wound, and he's still going to have like a 5-up save because he's probably going to put himself into light cover. And with the 1-up save versus AP4, it's going to be 5-up. So it's not super efficient here. And please ignore the CP. I'm going to remove that actually so you won't get confused, because we have no clue. Gonna do that. Hope you guys had a great Easter, by the way. I've eaten candy for 5 or 6 people, getting all kinds of highs and lows with the blood pressure, blood sugar. And we should be having King arrive shortly, so you don't have to just listen to my voice. So we're going to get some single shots into the lonely guy, and then he's going to shoot all of his Daka Daka into the 5-man break of rubrics. Hitting on 4s now. 5 wounds, AP2. It's going to go to AP0. It's going to be 4 up. And he's dead. So right now the grind is not going to be going for Linus because he only killed 1. So right now Linus is checking if he wants to remove that piece, the lonely rubric marine on the objective to deny the charge and also the shock assault from the death company. Let's see who is going to pick. He's going to try to kill the sorcerer on the objective to saves everything here. Saved everything. The sorceress is alive, and I think that was not what Linus wanted. And Linus is thinking about if he wants to get a 4 up here, just to make sure that he has a lot of wounds left when the sanguinary is going to crash into there's a lot of melter shots coming in this way. I'm not so sure what to do here. He really wants him to charge this. Two hits, wounding on 3s. Oh, 1 wound on a 5 up. Failed it. Just 1 damage. That was super good for Linus and super bad for the Blood Angels, Thomas. And here comes the hard ones. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. And here is the big ones. He needs 1 save here. Save 1. So d6 plus 2. 3 damage. Oh. It's almost worth a reroll to really get him roll, because now I'm not so sure he's going to be killed by just the assault marines. Because right now the Relic Contemptor and the Chaos Spawns are really looking forward to this counter charge. I'm a bit concerned about the Blood Angels positioning in the top and the bottom side here, because now we can, with the double move, they can... they are most certainly going to be able to kill Sanguinary Guards if he chooses to pick the AP. I'm not going to say 3, but I believe it's 4. AP 4 if he picks that with a +1 attack, do 2d3 plus 1 attack on each Chaos Spawn, 5 attacks, 5 guys. That's a lot of saves here. Good sportsmanship here from Linus. You have to burn that CP for giving the 5 last with the Wervelins. Because you only need a hit to get it off, but you actually have to burn that CP before you do the hits. ...12-inch charge from the of the Thousands Sons. So right now he really needs to make sure that he kills every model, because they are not obsec, and Rubric Marines are obsec, and since they are immune to morale, he is going to be forced to kill all 5 Rubric Marines to get Shock Assault. So now the Assault Marines getting in there, or did he charge with the Sanguinary Guards? He did. The Sanguinary Guards with the Chapter reroll. With the full rerolls to hit. And since Dante is I wonder if Dante is there as well. He is, I think. Yeah, he is. So I wonder what I would do here if I would actually start off with the Sanguinary Guards to give the Assault Marines the 6-inch pile and consolidate to provide a wall for the Chaos Bonds, so they will at least have really tough time to go into the Sanguinary Guards. The problem here is that we have a Relic Contemptor staring into the abyss of the Sanguinary Guards, that with each wound that will pass will kill a Sanguinary Guard, and also the 6+ to wound becomes mortal wounds will be a big trouble. So Sanguinary Guards are hitting on 2s with full reroll, and +1 to wound will do force to wound. This is probably the Power Fist. Yeah, 2 wounds. 2 wounds. The Warglaive is taking 4 damage. Time for Axis. This is AP2. He's gonna have a 5+. Fails. 3, so that's 6 damage. So now Linus should remove the model, because he is dead until the end of phase. We burn the CP to restore the life on a 4+, I think. So now moving the Sanguinary Guards up, put some cover. Okay, he's gonna leave the Assault Marines there. Making sure that he is getting some. Look out, sir. Yeah, so here comes the wall that we talked about. He actually found that out. So it's going to be 2 dead squads down there. I'm 100% sure about that, even if the Warglaive does not resurrect, because the Chaos Spawn is going to obliterate what they hit. So now on to the Death Company that has to kill the entire squad for the Shock Assault. Super interesting. Going to remove the here we go. Winning on 2s. 12 AP2. I do believe it's Thunderhammers. Oh, Power Axes. Okay, this... It's only Power Axes. 2.5 dead. So no Shock Assault for the Blood Angels. Comes the punchback. 2 hits, winning on 4s. No AP here, saves it. And then here comes the staff, winning on 3s. AP1, D3 damage, save it. Another 3 points for the mission.
Sitter du själv idag?
Ja, Kim är lite sen.
Lite sen. Hur går det för dem?
It's a tough game.
Tough game?
Tough game. The Thousands Sons are getting the points and the Blood Angels are not getting the points. But he denied the grind. So, gonna update the score for you guys now. Not gonna update the score. But the Blood Angels only has the mission secondaries 6 points plus the 8 on primary. And now Linus is getting the 8 on primary and is going to also have a breeze with the priority target. And probably gonna kill the Death Company right now. If he does it in the psychic phase, shooting phase, or fight phase, I'm not sure. I do believe he wants to kill the Gladiator Reaper now with the 2 strategic reserved War Dogs. And the mobility now that the Thousand Sons have when they are not so much under pressure is going to be their benefit. He still has a crystal. Don't do that, please. So what I would do here is I would walk up the Chaos Spawn and I would take the Relic Contemptor and shoot the Assault Marines, take the Chaos Spawns, probably double charge Dante and the Sanguinary Guards, focus on Dante and actually shoot the Sanguinary Guards with some pocket shots with the Terminators before charging the Death Company, because you have an angle on the side from that objective down towards the Sanguinary Guards, I presume, I think. And they only move 3 inches there. Oh, the Chaos Spawn are on the rise. Relic Contemptor should probably back up a bit. But he's going to move forward instead. The sanguinary guards are being marked as a target for Eglaglian Oring, so they cannot benefit from almost anything. The Relic Contemptor is actually aiming at Death Company. Further Master moving up next to the Relic Contemptor. Moving in a bit back to make sure that he doesn't get charged, since they're both playing Assassinate. And I believe it's going to be Sanguine Shaman that is going to jump forward now. After, okay. He has completed his Warp Ritual, and here comes the Jungle Shaman. Here he goes, making sure that he's within 6 to get the last Warp Ritual off, to make him score 12 on the Warp Ritual. I do believe that if this goes Linus' way, that's the game, actually. It's going to fall back here. The Rubric Marines. Still controlling that objective. There's a single Chaos Spawn. And now, do you believe that he might want to either jump with the Terminators or put his 2 Warglaives? You might actually want to put both the Terminators and the Warglaives there to kill I would put the Warglaives more aggressively, like on the top side, but I'm not so sure that he can, because he can't be in his battlefield edge. So it might be the Terminators, but the Terminators should be as far away as possible, because Sanguinary Guards are excellent at killing Terminators. Looks like Linus has decided where to place. Looks like it should be a place for the Warglaives. Checking the angles with the laser. Kim is back!
Oh my Jesus Christ, God.
Welcome to the show, my friend.
Oh, what have I missed?
A lot of kiting.
A lot of kiting.
A lot of kiting.
Oh my lord.
So I'm so happy that you stressed over here for 1.5 hours of 40k.
Well, I need to tear everything down anyway, so we have Blood Angels versus Knights.
versus Thousands Sons.
Versus Thousands Sons.
Yeah, haven't you watched the stream on the way here? As
Do
a
you think
good
I had
follower?
time for? I didn't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So we got the Blood Dinosaur getting shot off the table from a distance. They are not actually connecting with anything important right
I
now.
was about to say that it looks like Thousand Sons have a lot of space between him and
The Thousands Sons.
the Thousand Sons have a lot of space between them and the Blood Angels.
Death Company actually connected with the Rubric Marines on objective marker 6 on the top left side. But when he hit it, we just realized that it was power access going into the rubrics with AP2.
Alright, so nothing really happened.
Yeah, I killed 2.5 guys, but there's 1.5 guy left, or 2.5 guy left. So he didn't score shock assault, and they're both picking assassinate, which they are trying to say. But I do believe that the Chaos Spawns are on the way to try to kill Dante right now.
Oh, that would be very tasty.
And also, he is really keeping his character safe next to the Relic Contemptor on the bottom side. It's an Inferno Master, and it might be Airman, it might be Exalted Sorcerer, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell from this.
Kinda look similar.
So Linus is trying to figure out how he's going to take care of the Death Company that are hiding behind the center ruin, underneath the
Sunbeam of God.
The Sunbeam of God. So here comes the
Kniggets.
Warglaves.
Here comes some Kniggets.
Another. Oh, so he actually is within. He is in his deployment zone, which means that he can come down how close he wants from strategic reserve.
That's gonna be a very easy charge.
It's going to be an easy charge. It's going to be a very dead gladiator.
Oh yeah. At least it should be.
It should be an easy. And the turn before, 7 Melta shots into a Warglaive did 3 damage. Without the rotate.
Oh no! Oh, that's just feel bad, sis.
But then he was killed, of course, in combat, didn't explode, and he tried to resurrect him on a 4+, and he failed.
Oh, of course
And by
he
that,
did.
lost grind. So there's some swings, of course, but there's still. It looks like this is a Thousand Sons game, because I don't see any push.
No. Sure, he has the Death Company hiding behind the center ruin. It can go out and do something, but it's just one asset versus like 5 or 6 quite deadly assets.
Yeah, and as he has shock assault, there's just a lot of OBSEC in Thousand Sons.
Yes. And what is hiding in the lower right-hand side ruin? Is a whirlwind and
Dante.
Dante. Oh, okay.
Here comes some Cabal points. 4+ invulnerable save on the Chaos Spawns.
Ooh.
Goes off.
They're not gonna die.
So +1 to hit. Goes off.
It's a 7. Oof. Those Chaos Spawns are really
You're
deadly
staying in
now.
the range here for getting them to walk again.
Whoa,
Goes off.
Whoa, on that.
So now they're going 7 inches again.
Yeah. Dante is going down. It will be a super short
We are now
charge.
witnessing the super strong Cabal points going into play. And as Linus just explained, he cannot stack Cabal abilities on one model or one unit. He can only use one Cabal power on a unit unless you have a specific warlord trait that Magnus Red has. He can use 2.
Mm. And we're turn 2, 3,
What?
2, or are we in turn 2?
This is turn to... Yep.
2, yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Turn 3.
Turn 3, okay. Oh, it's a very low scoring game.
I mean, he's gonna score 12 points on Warp Ritual. He had the grind first turn, fairly turn 2. You're gonna score high points on the priority target. Assassinate is quite iffy, and it's gonna be up to Blood Aliens actually need to score high on Shock Assault, because I think that Abhor the Witch is super difficult right now.
Yes. Just getting to those, and they're quite beefy characters as well.
Gesmicht.
Mm-hmm. We're still in a little bit of psychic.
Yeah, he's trying to chip off the
Death
Death Company on the left side, so you don't have to worry about so much them surviving.
Shouldn't be any problem.
He's using the last Cabal points to auto pass the teleport from the Terminators, and they're probably gonna go on the top side to shoot down.
Like the top
at-
center. Okay.
Okay. I thought it was gonna. Oh well, it doesn't want to be as close to the Sanguinary Guards behind the Gladiator,
right.
so I guess that's good. You're trying
now
to
he's
get
super
some
safe.
angle into the Death Company.
Trying and trying. He's succeeding.
Yes. Okay. So they're gonna stay outside of 9, and they're gonna shoot the Gladiator.
The Gladiator with the Knights and the Death Company with the Terminators, and then hopefully there's nothing left.
Hoi!
But he sort of kind of wants a charge. Like getting some free distance from a charge wouldn't be that bad.
Well, he's playing against Blood Angels. I don't think he necessarily wants to be closer at all.
Yeah, well, true. But he needs to score those precious points, man.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, samma.
Soul Rip is gonna start shooting.
Up.
3s to hit.
Quite a lot of hits.
2 wounds.
Here we go.
Shooting into the Death Company. Three AP2 D3 damage coming in.
Ooh, that looks...
Save them all.
That looked very good.
Ah, shot.
Shots, everybody.
Skull.
Skål.
Oh, that monster's so strong. And of course that was not beer.
Nope. It's another monster.
A monster I would have needed at the end of the final game yesterday.
Oh my
He was
lord.
super tired.
Monster would not have cut that cheese. It's like,
Oh, we were so frustrated by the Eldar player.
oh, it was so confusing. Oh my lord, nothing
I thought
made
I was
sense.
like the worst player ever.
And I was just confused.
Yeah, and then we realized that he did not know
The rule.
that the Phoenix Lord had OPSEC.
Yeah. Oh. No, it was a super funny game.
It was a super funny game because it really made us think.
Yeah. And doubt our abilities.
There's a lot of wounds going in here. And that is Le Squad. 1 point for grind.
Uno punto desgrindo si.
Ah, claro del danado del telefono.
Ja, si, senor.
Now we're gonna shoot.
The Gladiator.
Are you going to shoot the Sanguinary Guards?
Maybe with... Can both
No,
of them
not
see
Sanguinary
them?
Guards because he said he's hitting on 2s because that's a vehicle.
Mm.
Damage. No damage.
Second multi-melta.
Hits.
One wound.
Damage.
Here we go.
D6. Give us a 1.
Uh,
4 damage.
It's still going strong.
1 wound left.
Oh, it's just one wound. Oh no. Oh no.
What are you shooting into? 1 CP for the extra AP on the Relic Contemptor. Relic Contemptor is always so good.
Yeah. So many shots. Can kill pretty much anything.
Yeah, and actually kind of kinky. I said it.
Okay. In what way?
It's a kinky. It's a kinky stuff, you know.
No, I really don't, but sure, fine.
Yeah, the long gun. Just going all da, hammer and anvil.
I don't know if that's kinky, but sure.
Yeah, no mortals coming in, so there's a lot of 3-ups or 4-ups depending on what he's shooting at.
Mm.
Okay, so it's gonna be actually in 2's up in coverage. It should be that's a dead Thangren guard.
We're dead, and here goes the rest of them.
Should just kill one here. Oh, actually, it was into the. Okay, yeah. Okay, bye bye.
That unit is super dead.
So apparently, Relic Contemptor with damage 2, AP 1 is really good at killing Marines again.
Surprising. Very
He
surprising.
was not active as when Armor Contempt was a thing.
Ah, no. But Armor Content
So I'm
kinda unlegitimized a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
Lechards.
So he's actually not charging Dante.
He's
Or is
going-
he charging Dante? No.
No, I think he's just going into the Sanguinary Guards.
Into the Sanguinary Guards, huh?
ZC.
Dome la ragazza. Okay, we're actually going into Dante, or are we not? I'm so confused.
I don't think he wants to put himself so that Dante can heroically intervene into
I
him.
would go with everything I got into Dante and the Sanguinary Guards. No, I wouldn't.
No, you
But he has a 4-up, he has a +1 to hit. Burn that CP to decide the table now to get the extra attack. To get 3d3 attacks +1. He might come back.
Is the stream working?
No, my phone is dead.
Okay.
Get your phone up.
I will get my phone up. Pardon everybody who will see this on YouTube, but not on the stream. I will make sure to connect my phone.
I'm professional.
Yes, very professional.
La 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 la
There
la
we
la
go.
la la la.
We should be back online.
There you go.
Woo! Quick connection successful. Everybody's happy.
So this is all Kim's fault.
No, my fault?
Yes.
I am the tech priest. I make sure things work.
Yeah. I am the law.
I am the Omnisire. The hubris is strong in me.
So this is the attacks from the Chaos Spawns.
Doing whatever Chaos Bonnie does.
Okay, only 7
So only
saves.
7, that is not enough.
So 6 to wound. No, 6 saves.
I-
So 1 guys remain.
Oof.
That's not good enough.
Nope, that's good. Not good enough. We wanted to see all of them die.
Because that's a beautiful grind point, but he's gonna have... Does he have 6 command points? What a bastard.
Oh my lord. I never have 6 command points ever. Not even at the beginning of the game.
The only time I see a 6... Well, actually, when I play Eldar and I will play really, really defensively, when I play Yunari, When I press the button, I usually have 8 CP.
Ooh.
I use the CP for +1 damage on my Harlequins, that's 2 CP.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use 1 CP for Mortals on Charge.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 CP for Mortals to wound when I fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 CP for fight again.
Oh my lord.
That killed a Warden Brick of 10.
Impressive.
Well, +1 to wound from the spell and 6 is to hit auto wound from a spell.
All hits. So 1 failed.
Into what? Oh yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah, the Chaos
goodies.
spawns are super good when they have a 4-up and vulnerable 7 -1 to hit. Yeah.
yeah, and they heal after you.
No, they
start-
do not in Thousand Sons.
They don't.
Nope.
Well, that's lucky.
Well, yeah, because that will be broken. This game is sponsored, by the way, by Zero Dawn.
And sponsored by Festis Cactus Lime. Because I am a Festis.
I am a Festus.
Yes. So.
40 da minnare.
Yes, there the monster kicked in. So we have a little bit of scoring going on.
Yep. I do believe it's going to be really, really tough right now, but actually, he is on the way. He could actually. It's so many wounds on the Chaos Spawn. So he probably not going to be able to.
Actually, then.
He did not get off something.
How does the final table look? Where do they play?
I am going to go check.
Yes, I can take over. Yes, so Pedro is out checking the tables. Just checking threat ranges here, or more exactly how long the shard stage will be. So he's going in. But the Blood Rangers are really on the back foot now. He needs to push forward. So Tomas really needs to do some damage here. I don't really know how he's gonna handle that 10-man Terminator blob when it keeps on teleporting, but we will see. So staging up the Sanguinary Guard. And Thomas is up to 7 command points. Again, here Thomas saying that he's not sure what he wants to do with the unit in the top center. He's afraid if he moves them, they will just die from the firepower. Checking to engage the spawns. He's considering to declare, if he has to declare the charge against the sorcerer, then he needs to do a 9 in charge. A bit difficult. Not as safe as just going straight in. Here we have another blob of Sanguinary Guard. Yes, staging up in the center.
This just in, good folks. It looks like Olaf is quite on the backside. He failed his first turn shooting.
Oh.
And in return, he took 11 mortals from the Terminators.
Ouch.
And then he charged and took another 13.
Oh no!
Oi!
Ouch! Okay.
Oi! So that brick was dead.
Yeah, that brick is just super dope dead.
So right now, it looks like Kale, or what's his name? Yeah, the other player looks like he's going to win this tournament. It looks like that, but I'm not sure. He might bite back. It's Dark Angels.
Yeah, it's Dark Angels. They're powerful.
And on positioning to who goes in second place, I do believe that it's going to be either Jonathan or Sebastian, because Jonathan is winning probably 20-0, not confirmed. And the game between Sebastian and Thor Madsen is already over, 20-0.
Okay.
To Sebastian. It's a super hard matchup when they play when you play Chaos Knights into Eldar, because with the -1 damage and the morale thing is all that, it's super hard. I played against Sebastian. He's a great player. I played him in the semi-finals in Games of Westeros. I lost 18-2. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah,
and I got a solid turn 1. I got a bad turn 2, but it didn't matter.
No.
And he got away with it. He's doing really great with Chaos Knights right now, so that's super good. He's part of my team, and he's also part of my team that's playing in Malmö, May 20. So, but it looks like we have 2 of our team members in Westeros that's going to get a 20. Orcs looked like they were almost evaporated from Jonathan's table, and as I said, the game between Sebastian and Thor Madsen is already over.
Yes.
Yeah, Jonas is winning, but he's not winning the tournament.
Yes.
I agree, Axel. We as a pointy ears. There's a big question going on in Sweden right now, and please shout out for everyone who thinks that Jonathan has not lost it. We have a manifest that is on the way from Jonathan who explains why he lost it in Malmö. It's called what's its name? Vad heter han? Vad sa du? Mattias. Yeah, Mattias Lichgard curse. The Lichgard curse is hanging over Jonathan, but he's going to probably get a top 3 spot here. I do believe actually that it might be Sebastian who claims the second place. I'm not so sure how it goes, but I do believe it's that case because he got a 20-0, and the one game that Jonathan didn't get a 20-0 was actually lower than Sebastian's other scores, because I think that Sebastian got like 20 points each game except versus Jonathan, something like that. And I do believe that it's going to be if it's the Danish or Norwegian guy, I don't know, but it looks like Olaf is going to lose.
And what's happening on the board is just the Whirlwind is fired, doing some wounds on the spawns. He's done the Power of the Machine Spirit on the Gladiator, so that it works on the top profile. He threw a crack grenade and shot some shots from the Death Guard into the Rubric Marines, protecting his home objective. Nothing happened, more or less.
It's Thousands Sons versus Blood Angels, and as we pointed this out, that the close combat armies do have a problem to connect with the shooting armies on this table. We've seen this like 2 or 3 games right now, and it looks like they have a hard time staging up the center field because of the way the positioning on the ruins. So they actually have a trouble to getting getting closer with the second wave when the first wave has arrived.
We have seen several games where the first wave connects, but there is no second wave. The only one that sort of kind of managed to do it was Admec last.
Yeah, he actually managed to utilize the bottom ruin really well.
Yeah.
To score the 15 points on the Archaeovolts.
Yes. Using a transport as sort of a
Like a
bus
cushion?
station. Yeah.
A cushion for the pushing.
Yes, the cushioning for the pushing.
Yeah. So right now, I do believe that...
Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator is shooting right now. He's trying to get some shots into whatever it is. I don't think...
It's...
Okay, so he's looking for rapid fire right now, I think.
Oh, that's a terrible armor run.
He killed a lot? Oh, wow.
All
Okay.
of them are gone.
Moment of silence for the rubrics.
Yes, we failed 6 saves. They're both surprised.
Yep. I would be too.
So a few more pistols going into the rubrics from the Death Company. Double charges, the important part.
So right now he really needs to get this because he's playing Shock Assault, and Shock Assault has been nowhere to be found this entire game.
Dante goes into the spawns.
If there are more than 2 spawns left, I don't think that Dante's gonna do it.
I think there are more than 2 spawns. I think he's hiding 1 or 2 spawns underneath the ruin.
That bastard.
Yes. That's why we should use like see-through plexiglass terrain.
Yeah. Or actually have more than 1 camera.
We could get more than 1 camera. Yeah. Pay me.
Why? We're millionaires doing this. Please send us PayPal.
Yes. Join my OnlyFans. I bathtub stream every Tuesday.
You can do that in Twitch. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. But they will guaranteed ban me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there in the pool smearing myself with a Ica chicken.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. It's the peak sensuality.
Yeah.
This creep went overboard.
Well, he's not doing a sneaky charge trying to get the sorcerer. He's going straight for the rubrics. Makes a lot of sense because he's charging. He measured before, and charging the sorcerer would be like a 9-inch charge. No, it's crashing my cable. Oh, exactly. Sanguinary Guards wants to charge. Sanguinary Guards in the middle wants to charge something? What's that?
That is Sanguine Shaman. That he
No,
almost 100% failed to retrieve with
Take a shot.
with the teleport or move again spell.
No, it must be.
Oh, he didn't use the move again spell because he wanted to get it off on the chaos spawns. So this is a sacrifice.
Yes, unnecessary loss.
A necessary loss for the greater good.
Yes.
Hashtag Tau for life.
Ellen chat for
Elin
Brave Shaman.
for the Sanguine Shaman.
Ah, yeah, Brave Shaman was in Warhammer Fantasy.
Ooh.
4 hammers.
The timers that we needed to see the actual turn before when he was trying to take over the number 6 objective.
Many hits.
My OCD does not like that it's a number 6 objective on a 5 marker mission. No, I don't. I do not appreciate that. No. Vlad does not want.
And the 6 is very like in your face.
Yeah. Is it a 6 or is it a 9? Nobody knows.
At the moment, a 6.
There's a lot of saves going on here. Should be AP3 on these guys. It should be.
Yes.
Oh, look at the 6s!
Joy.
It looks like
Oh,
there's
it's
gonna
a
be
three set fail.
4 or 3. Yeah, it's a 5. That was a super big roll
Super
there.
clutch save.
And here comes the rest, which is probably.
Has power swords?
Ich weiß nicht. Wounds everything here.
4 wounds at least. But that
if
needs to
they're-
kill.
If
It
it's,
needs to fail all these saves.
Yeah. And it does.
He's saying you deserve to kill.
Oh, spend a CP to reroll it.
CP.
He needed 5 up here.
Nah,
No,
they're dead.
he
They're
killed them.
gone.
Bye bye. So it looks like Shock Tactic is back on the menu, boys. Which movie is that?
Shock Tax is back on the menu.
Oh, you should know that reference. Even if I don't say 100% correct. It looks like meat is back on the menu, boys.
No idea.
Lord of the Rings.
Anytime you ask about any reference, even if I know it's wrong, I will just say Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. The Fool of a Took.
I would probably want the 550 duck-side Angrons rather than one Angron-sized duck. They are freaking aggressive.
Fight 50 duck-sized Angrons or 1 Angron-sized duck.
Give me the duck-sized Angrons. Have you seen ducks when they're angry? Or does the huge duck have the temperament of Angron? Because then I take the tiny Angrons.
But the tiny Angrons have very tiny axes.
But have you seen aggressive ducks? They're like killer machines.
Have you seen my body? I can't bend over without getting a sweat.
Well, yes. Oh, right. He flies as well. Oh.
Man, flesh.
Do we have weapons when we're fighting this humongous Angron-sized duck?
And thus the ducks get misguided by breadcrumbs.
Oh, yeah. Is it still the mind of a duck?
Axel, there's too many questions here.
Yeah.
We're Warhammer players. What's the actual rules
And
of the duck-side Angrons?
Are we in a field or are we in a city? Because you could just run away from the huge duck. Like, there's always a 7-Eleven somewhere.
Do I have a car in the vicinity? Man, flesh. What's the most iconic reference? MMO Cage? Fuck those ducks.
Can you fit the angry
I don't even think that I would
cage?
actually beat 50 ducks in an MMO Cage. If they were really angry, I would not win.
But it's still just ducks. You can stomp 50 times to kill 50 ducks.
Do you know how many ducks 50 ducks are?
Yeah, I've seen
There's
50
probably
ducks.
the whole freaking cage filled with ducks.
Yeah, well, then you can't miss.
Well, they can't either. It's gonna be... It's gonna be Marco Polo all the way.
They protect the eyes, protect the balls,
Protect the Emperor.
protect the testicles.
Testicalises.
So, I think we're still in the spawns, doing the swinging actions.
And it looks like Dante is taking a piss.
Yeah, I failed 3 saves. So 6 damage.
And that, my friend, is game.
Yeah, that's very much the game.
Now there is the Terminator is going to jump back and kill the Whirlwind, or possibly it's gonna be the Whirlwind, and I would place myself on the right side behind the middle ruin and then try to kill the if it's infiltrator or something, and then try to shoot the Gladiator Reaper. And I believe... Oh, no, of course. They want to shoot the Sanguinary Guards.
Yes, they do.
And I think the Relic Contemporary is just going to just walk behind and shoot the Death Company outside. But we do get to score 4 points on Shock Assault. And since we killed Dante and Dante didn't kill enough, looks like Linus is scoring his magical 12 because there's nothing controlling the number 3 objective.
Nope.
If, and I say if, there hasn't been any troops on that objective, because troops in Space Marines somehow have sticky objective rules.
Oh, but I don't think there's been any troops, at least not what I have seen. I only seen Death Companies and Sanguinary Guards skim along that objective.
Hi!
Hi.
Konnichiwa! Rolls something, gets something.
No cover save?
No cover save for you, my friend. Oh yeah. So, a Glagging Aura is a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
It is a song, yes. I love that. It's so weirdly worded, and it's so easy to forget that you have to stay within 6 inches of the guy with the glickling oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to charge? We are not. So Terminators in Thousand Sons are actually quick because they can move 10 inches and charge.
10 inches?
Yeah, because they can move again, shoot and charge.
Ah, yeah, right.
Which is super good.
Yeah, but the Thousand Sons Terminators are super good. They're very, very durable, super quick, teleport.
So let me tell you about the time that Thousand Sons Terminator wasn't so expensive, but now they cost 430 points. Without the super upgrade of shooting and doing action, which will put them at 445. And if you look at that price, they are 100 points more expensive than the actual Terminators right now. Can we talk about this? And
Have you heard about
their
this?
crack missile is only D3 damage.
What?
Yeah, strength 8, AP2, D3 damage.
Why?
But God knows.
Okay.
But they do have Soul Reaper cannons.
Yeah, well, they're
But and they ignore the movement and firing heavy weapon penalty. And they auto pass morale. And they have +1 armor save versus damage 1.
Damage 1, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And they have a Psyker.
Well, is it 100
And they're Obsec.
But is it 100 points?
Almost. To be fair, I would say at least 50 points more.
Yeah. But 100 feels a bit steep.
I mean, they should cost 430 points. Regular Terminators should not cost 330
Yeah,
points.
correct. Or regular
They should
Terminators.
cost 375 at least.
Yeah. They're
Or
way too
some
cheap.
weird number so that you're never gonna get 2,000 points on the list, like 374.
So time to the chimmis.
The chimichanga gonna move. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a decision. One sponky sponk boy. You really need to stop drinking Monster.
Yeah. God, yes.
Your twitching is extreme.
Yeah, I got a lot of shivers going down my spine.
Yes, it's because I'm too beautiful and smelly.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what the next move is. What does he want to do with the Terminators? He has a teleport spell on them, right?
He has to tell every unit in Thousand Sun that is
Cult of Duplicity?
which had the Cult of Duplicity keyword has that teleport spell in addition to their picked spells.
So where does he want to teleport? Because he don't want to stand there anymore.
I do believe that he wants to be outside of threat range from the Sanguinary Guards if they manage to survive. So perhaps.
But will they survive? The Contempted Dreadnought.
They're
plus...
2 units.
But yeah, sure, but he has the. He also needs to take rid of the Death Company.
Hi.
Yes, yeah, sure. He needs to stay away from them.
This is the last push. If he doesn't manage to kill the Sanguinary Guards, they can actually do some damage. That's why I think Linus is moving up both of the Warglaives onto the objective, his priority target as well, to provide the 11 OBSEC.
This.
And I believe it's only 1 or 2 wounds left on the Gladiator Reaper, so he might as well just...
I think he only had 1 wound.
Looking some angles here.
Hmm.
The problem here is that he wants to position his Terminators close to the Eglaglian Ori to get all the benefits from that. And at the same time, yeah, he's looking for some angles down there, I think, to provide them.
Couldn't he just teleport the... Okay, he's actually planning on stealing number 3.
Yep. So something's gonna get rolled here and advance. Okay, this is
He's taking the disc into the middle. Is he planning on double moving?
Looks like that. He's going to do the action. So he was not actually engaged with the Death Company.
That's weird.
You're weird.
You should be. He killed all of them in melee. He should have consolidated into.
I mean,
Ariman
he shouldn't be afraid of the. I mean, it's damage 3, sure, but it's only 5 attacks and AP 1.
Then he will miss. He has feel no pains.
Yeah. I would have done that. Sure, I would have done that.
Just to make sure he can't do actions.
So right now the Relic Contemporary is moving up. He's probably going to burn a CP here to give him the extra AP, or else that will not do anything. Well, I guess he's not going to get benefit from cover if he's within 6 inches of the Infernal Master, because he popped the Egleglinor. I'm just going to warn the players that there's 40 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, 4.
40.
Ah, 40.
Grabbar, tänk på att det är 40 minuter kvar. Angron is the guy who had the spikes in his head, right?
Yeah. The pain rage-inducing spikes.
Yeah.
And
He's the guy who almost killed like his entire legion until what was his name? Karn came, right? Karn the Betrayer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because he was a bit mad.
Yeah, I do love the lore of the Primarchs actually. They're all, but Mortarians is the most sad, I think.
He's just super sad. He's a sad boy.
He's like Spartacus. They were on top of a big mountain, trying to fight off with his death guard, trying to survive a rebellion on his planet. And then the Emperor just beamed down and were like, "I can save you." And he was like, "No, I want to die with my people." Okay. And then at the final moment when they were gonna get slaughtered, the Emperor beamed him up and left the other guys there to die.
Yep.
That's the way to provide a good and healthy relationship between your father and son, right?
But the Emperor is a cunt.
I have no clue why he is, but yeah, he is a super duper cunt.
Yeah, for being the smartest thing in the galaxy, he's really, really freaking dumb. He's no social skills whatsoever, even though he has the best social skills in the world.
Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How much wrong did Magnus do?
Nothing. Well, he did fiddle-diddle with things he shouldn't fiddle-diddled, but...
He fiddle-diddled a lot.
Yeah, he fiddle-diddled a lot, but it wasn't his fault. Like, his dad could have told him more.
Yep.
Oh,
he double perilled.
Double perils.
How many does it take? He just takes
one more time, so we have 5 ones in a row. We have a Yahtzee, everybody. Take a shot.
Oh no!
Okay.
What was the spell? That was a 6.
I didn't hear.
He rolled a double 1 into a 1 to take immortal.
Yep.
And another 1.
They're talking about it now. Actually, let's do a Yahtzee.
Double 1.
Double 1 into double 1 into single 1. Sounds like my sex life.
Oh wow. You don't have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do. It was a joke, damn you. Just roll with it.
Okay, yeah. Fuck that.
It could
Sex
be
life.
It could be representation of my penis size.
Oh!
See. It doesn't matter if it's in centimeters or inches.
It's still bad.
It's still not great.
Okay.
Okay.
He knows something that I don't know.
Me neither. I thought it was gonna go... okay, so he's committing them to killing... okay, you can see both units with some of them.
So he's committing to kill the backside to charge into the other one? Maybe?
Maybe. But it's still a 9-inch charge. We have seen people fail 9-inch charges before.
All day, every day, baby.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing Gene Stealer Cults.
But you have an 8-inch charge with Gene Stealer Cults because you can deep strike with outside of 8?
Nowadays.
Oh, okay.
Not
yeah.
when I play Gene Stealer Cults.
Oh, yeah, back in 1950.
No, the Gene Stealer Cults came with the Tyranids Codex.
My body tells me that I need to drink more Monster.
Smite.
Geschmicht!
Geschmotten.
Jawohl! Oi, looks like a 10.
9.
Can you add one with a Cabal point? He's going
He's
to...
smiting into the Sanguinary Guards. 1 wound only. Doombolt.
Goes off
An
on 11.
11.
A 12. A 12.
A 12. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, one guy bites the dust.
Down, down, down.
One guy bites the dust.
Down, down, down.
One guy bites the dust. Oh, another one's gone. Another one's down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna smite on you.
What am I expecting from the data slate? So first of all, my illusion is that it's going to be on Wednesday next week. It feels like that. I've heard some rumors.
Kapoof.
And there goes the Gladiator Ripper.
Nobody is less surprised.
I am expecting to see some changes, some huge changes in the Astra Codex. GW went out and said that we're not going to do some huge changes in their slates, but only in the big data slates changes. Not the FAQ and not the... We saw some big changes before that came up.
So everything goes into the death company.
Oh yeah. Other than that, I think we're going to see some point changes. Might see some point changes in the Marines, maybe the Terminators. Might see some changes into the secondaries like Codex Warfare because that's super broken. And I'm hopefully seeing some more secondary comes back to like say Thousands Sons stuff like that because they are rather irrelevant
So
now.
10 saves, no 6s. So yes, normal saves, 3+ for the death company.
But yeah, I think we need to check on the points on the Terminators. So I think we need to check Codex Warfare, and I think we need to check the points onto the Kasarkins or the actual mortal wound output that the Kasarkin can do.
It's just dumb.
It's really dumb.
They're teleporting in, what is it, like 18 mortals?
Yeah, I mean they basically are only capped to do 6 mortal to each unit that they're shooting at, not 6 cap per phase.
Exactly.
So that means that when they target, say 3 units, they can easily do 18 mortals.
And that's dumb.
And do you know how much they cost?
They're super cheap.
100 points.
That's retarded.
Yep.
Oh, that's stupid.
And I mean, they changed the Votan to be a bit less mortally, and they pay like over 400 points for 10 Terminators to do almost the same thing, but not so easily. Because and also they need to change the strategy for doing 5s to hit becomes 6s to wound.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That is also stupid. Just don't over-exaggerate when you do that just because you want to sell the models, GW.
Yeah. And see what happened to Wotan. Sure, a lot of people bought it when it came, but after that it kinda sorta died down a bit.
Yeah, they spoiled the rules, and then they nerfed the rules before they even got legal to play in regular tournaments. And then they nerfed it again.
Yep.
So now they are like tier B, maybe? Not even A.
But they're really cool.
They are really cool. But at the same time, they are quite boring to play, I would say, because they only do one thing.
And they do it really slowly.
Really slowly. They have steady advance to always advance 3.
But that's dumb, because you only have 5 movements. You want to chance it to get at least an 11.
Yep.
I would do that every single time.
Yeah.
Because 8 inches, it's useless.
It is in some way it's somewhat reliable. Well, it's very reliable because you always know what you're gonna get. But at the same time,
You have no assault weapons.
yep, you have no assault weapons because you have something that's called hunter.
Hunters.
Hunter see you shot in the face.
So it's and that's just a stupid rule because it's just dumb.
If hunter had some sort of ability to let them shoot when they have assaulted or when they have
Like
advanced,
half
or-
shots if they assaulted, but they can still shoot or something, I would be fine with it. But right now it's just you have an immobile army, and the rules make it even more immobile.
Yeah. It's a lot more save going into.
So 6 AP2s going into a mystery.
I would say the sanguinary guards.
Sanguinary guards. She's
So
speaking
there
about
should
cover.
be
So
two wounds here.
One
6
dead.
of feel no pain. Looks like a 6
one dead.
because yeah. Bye bye.
He wants to shoot. No, he does not want to shoot.
Oh, because he has the ancient banner.
Da.
The.
Le banner, the old people. It's a picture of me on it.
Yeah.
Saved. Not good. 1 damage.
Updated
No.
here is Sebastian Kruse finished up his tournament with a 5-1 playing Iron Hands, only losing to Jonathan at the stream. So he is 5-1, ended up with battle points 79 points. But currently Sebastian Larsson is in the lead with a 5-1 path to victory with a 91 points.
Ooh.
Super good.
I heard someone in the background scream Snake Eyes.
Probably a Swede.
4 damage. Still going into Sanguinary Gorge. Oh, it was not. It was into the Death Company. See there.
Rasmus Haglund is finishing up his tournament with a 3-1-2, which means he has 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss, playing Astra Militarum, ending up on 78 points. Happy trips.
2 draws.
2 draws with Astra Militarum.
That must have been very close games. Well, obviously, very, very close games, but...
Stating the obvious here, Mr. Obvious.
Yes, I am Professor Obvious.
I know that I probably would be very close if you had 5 games to really show.
Yes. And...
Still waiting for who is winning the
He's
tournament.
now saying that that was the first time he ever killed anything using the ancient banner.
A lot of excitement going on the top tables there. It's a very tight games apparently.
Mm. Boop, boop, boop.
And the
Spawns
charge
in.
is being made. And now it's a 15-minute charge. Secondary for Votan.
Very good question.
Ah! Shot, by the way. We are going... I can actually go and check.
Yeah,
Thank you, bye-bye.
do it, check it. Meanwhile, we will see this charge fail. Oh, it's an 11. It's super duper in. See that we're working hard, you know. Apart from me being like 1.5 hour late to the stream, but that's another question. Well, we have Terminators going in. We will probably see some dead Sanguinary Guards in the near future. Boop, 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 boop. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Ready to kill. Dun 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 dun. So it punches into the ancient first. Okay, he's charging back into the center to kill his ancient. Yeah, so we have a very, very big mosh pit in the middle.
We love that. Yeah, what
it's-
song are we playing to? Get Down with the Sickness?
No. We just do the Terminator theme. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
So we have Lay Claim, No Prisoners, and something that I forgot. I believe it's banners.
Oh, okay.
I haven't taken my meds.
You should take a medication.
Yeah, I need to take my meds. Gonna do this afterwards. My medication is Warhammer with you guys. Thank you so much. Sponsored by Apoteket.
Apoteket for all your medical needs.
Or Apoteket Hjärtat, or whatever they call it now.
Well, one of the many Apoteket.
Yeah.
So he's punching into the Ancient with Auriman, maybe. Sorcererman.
Zazriman. The Sauce Man.
3 hits.
Looks
3
like 3
saves.
wounds. AP 1, damage 3, so it should be 3 damage here.
Super. Oh, he dies. Bloop.
Okay. He only has AP 1 on that attack, but I don't know. Maybe he just had 3 wounds left.
He asks if you want to break in between. Here.
Break in between.
Well, interrupt. Break in between. Bryta
Go,
emellan, break in
go,
between.
go in between.
We're doing the very much Swenglish now. We use the Swedish expressions.
Yes.
And
He's going to jump in between.
Yes, he's jumping in between, doing the punchy punch.
There's a lot of attacks coming in.
Oh, that is not the greatest. Right, he wounded on 2s.
Yeah.
Right, he is the...
So it should be super dead, Ariman.
3 dead Terminators.
Oh, that was into Terminators, okay.
Yeah, he didn't punch Ironman.
3 dead Terminators? 1, 2... Okay.
He said 3. So if he removes a 4th, then he lied to me.
It was 2 Terminators, right?
No, that was 3 Terminators. Boop, boop.
1, 2...
And he has some hidden underneath the catwalk.
Yes. Let's see if we have some news here going in.
So he's touching, is it a Final Death Company? Just to make sure that it doesn't pile in or move anywhere strange. Are you complaining about not many people having submitted their results yet?
No, I'm complaining that Matthias Levin lost his game against Sebastian Kruse.
No.
He ends his streak on a 4-2. I was hoping that he would get the 5-1.
Rerolling ones.
Because reasons.
Because Marines.
Porque de
3
la noche
is
de
the
la
wound.
cuarenta. Oh! That's AP3 for you guys. It's a 5-up save if it's into the Sanguinary Guards.
It is the Sanguinary Guards.
First one saved. Second one saved. One
There we
dead.
go.
Or, well, it could be... He could have a 6-up Feel No Pain depending on where's the Sanguinary Priest are. Kills another one. So they're just...
Yeah,
Okay, so he
He's
actually...
slow-
Okay,
he-
yeah, okay, so it's two units of Sanguinary Guards here.
now he's on to the spawns. 3 attacks each.
Hello.
Here we
One on
go.
5s. Should be a lot of saves there, actually. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves on AP2 damage.
Okay, this was the attack.
Oh, number of attacks. Shit.
19.
19 attacks. Hitting on 4s.
Yep.
I see some 4s.
I see a lot of other numbers as well.
Oh, how
That
convenient.
was not the
And winning on
best
5s.
Here we go.
So it's gonna be 3 saves, AP2 damage 2. Depending what he rolled, should be 4 damage.
Yes. Not really relevant. It won't die.
Well, the only thing that's relevant is that he can't shoot it now because it's blast.
Yeah. But that it doesn't really matter if you damage it or not.
No.
The missiles are already out of action.
Beautiful top head going in here.
Yes.
Sponsored by IKEA. Make your own wig. No, sorry.
I was about to say we're looking at the Chrome Dome.
The Chrome Dome.
Gothenburg's answer to Globen.
Ah, love it.
Or is it called Avicii Arena now?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Tele2 Arena is Avicii Arena. I have no clue actually.
I mean, neither.
Stockholm is such a tiny town. Nothing important going on there.
It is the
Nah,
largest city.
it's not.
Okay.
Köping is the biggest town. It's the central capital of 40k, Köping in Sweden. If you blink, you're gonna miss it.
I was about to say, have you seen the metropole we call Mellerud?
What is Mellerud? Is it a food?
It's technically a beer. It's an expression. Hårda bud i Mellerud. It's an expression.
Yeah.
But if you blink, you miss it.
Have you heard about Hjärup?
Hjärup, yes, I've been in Hjärup.
That is a small town.
Yes, it is.
Hjärup.
Hjärup.
Hjärup. Hjärup. Do we have some results we want to talk about?
But have you heard the
we have some results in. Jonathan Johnson won against Björn Eriksson with not enough.
With not enough.
He is currently on second place with 83 points, tailing Sebastian Larsson with 8 points. So right now we're gonna have Sebastian Larsson and Jonathan Slade Johnson on the top three, because the winner in Olof Svensson versus Erik is going to be the winner. And of course, depending on how it goes with these matches, it might actually push Jonathan down to 4th place.
So here we have the Sanguinary Guards going into the Terminators.
Bye-bye, Terminators.
Yeah. The Axis first. Or... the Axis first. A lot of hits. Winning on 2s. That's all of them. 10 wounds with a big screw you axis.
It's going to be, depending on the buffs here, it could be a 5-up or 4-ups.
And 13 wounds in total.
Oh wow. So 4s or 5-ups. Doesn't matter right now. Should be 1, 2, 3, 3.5 Terminators dead.
3 dead and 1 limping. He's considering letting go of the objective.
Yes. I do not know why, but because, well, it depends. Does one of the characters there have Rise of War? It might actually provide the cushion for the Tushin.
Seems like he's still on the objective though.
Yeah, that guy. He's gonna control the objectives. He's gonna score 12 points on primary once again. But looks like there's more attacks coming.
Swords into the sorcerer.
Ah, the sorcerer, yeah.
Yeah, taking a sword treatment.
It looks like there's a couple of wounds coming in this way. It's gonna be on 4-ups. Some more attacks.
4+ symbols. And another batch of swords. 2 more. So 8.
Oh wow, that was.
Whoa.
So he actually only took 4. Wow, the sorcerer is alive. It's not. Yeah, he's alive.
He's alive. He was untouched.
Touched by the man of God.
So they're done. They're scoring.
Oh, they are finished the game?
Was this turn 5?
I don't know. I
haven't seen the hand yet, so... like the handshake.
They have 15 minutes left on the clock. But this should be easy to play out if they really have another turn to play.
So the whirlwind is punching.
Oh, so important.
Yeah, they're really wasting time.
Starting to get some submissions here. And as you heard, Jonathan Johnson won against Björn Eriksson with 14-6. Tomas versus Rasmus was a loss for Tomas, 15-5 to Rasmus. Jonathan Holm versus John Liljeqvist was a 16-4 win for Jonathan Holm. And Matthias Levin lost against Sebastian Kruse with 14-6. Max Persson won against Patrick Woods, 16-4. And Johnny Kajankowski lost against Rasmus, 16-4. Tom Hewitt lost against Johan Thorell, 13-7. And of course, Sebastian Larsson won against Thor Madsen, 20-0.
So we're going into the Blood Angels' final turn. So he's screaming with his preacher a bit. And he succeeded with giving them plus strength and something else. Okay, so it's Ariman that's in the middle.
Ah, it was Achiman.
It was the man, the Ari. They're talking about the fight in the middle. I think he's just going for the assassinate on Ariman.
He's going to fall back with the whirlwind.
Yes, if he falls back, he doesn't want him to punch him for free. One throws a crack grenade into the dreadnought.
Into the dreadnought?
I have no idea.
Did you say the dreadnought?
Yeah, he said dreadnought.
A crack grenade into the dreadnought.
Mm-hmm. 6.
The funniest army in the game right now is probably, I will say, Craft World. And why is it Craft World? Well, because they have the most units that do most fun stuff.
And they're fast. Like they have speed.
To give you a serious answer, though, I think it's gonna be Craft World. And the reason why it's Craft World is because I think they're just fast.
Yeah, I like speed. And if I didn't hate elves, I would also say Craft Worlds.
Because they do. I mean, for me, fun army is an army that do stuff in each phase, and by phase I mean fighting, shooting, psychic.
I do not agree, but sure.
You don't think that it's funny?
It is funny, but Admech is still superior.
Sorry, I'm just falling asleep over here. Okay. I have no clue why he took a wound.
Okay, so time for Terminators to fight. I have no idea what shot, where, and why.
The shot that is that a Blood Angels character?
No, I don't think so. I think they're just speeding through the 5th turn. Take a shot.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
I'm gonna get a beer after this.
So a lot of 6s. I have no clue what's going on here.
It was It was the sorcerer punching with his staff.
Oh, failed one.
So 1 is Gukke.
1
2 is Gukke. 3 is Gukke for some reason. They are not communicating. I only heard Terminator's staff rolling dice 4 or 5 guys died. I have no idea.
Okay, double ones.
That's Snake Eyes. sword, and then he stopped. So he's hitting with his sanguinary guards at least. Invo saves.
Super bad.
Super bad invo saves.
This is why Terminators are so bad in Thousand Sons when it comes to
this
close
is
combat.
his second Yahtzee of ones. No, there's 2 twos. I need to re-roll the 2 to get another one.
Why you even play this game anymore? Can't get the justice. That's a lot of ones there once again.
Oh my lord, you need to burn those dices.
I'm gonna hear this on the cab ride home. The ones into ones that became ones, and then I did the 1 damage.
Yep.
Failed the 1 charge.
And we
Roll
have
the
it
double
on
ones.
tape. So we can enjoy it over and over again.
There you go. Actually did some saving throws there. Some more dices are thrown. Putting the dices back.
Yep, that's a game.
They're finished.
I think that was it, right? And then I think they're summarizing now. Okay, he's just gonna go through his turn really quick. He has nothing to do, so he moves to the objective like a sane man, lining up to shoot the. It doesn't really matter.
Nothing really matters. This is turn 5 in that case.
Yeah, it is turn 5.
Now it's turn 5. Because Thousand Sons started.
Oh, okay. Well, then they need to start super duper speed rolling. They have like 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. They have like, what? Oh, shot! Fuck.
Shots. I am all out of Festus.
It would be fun to do that in an actual stream.
What?
Take a shot each time someone touches the ruin.
Oh. In a 3-day tournament.
Can you understand if the actual final was starting at 9 o'clock on Sunday? And you'll be like, well, I haven't slept anything. I'm still not even hungover yet because I'm still drunk.
Yep.
The last game yesterday was 15 shots of Mintu.
Mint and Jägermeister.
Oh my god! I cannot drink Jägermeister.
Okay.
But I cannot drink tequila as well.
Okay, so we have shots of tequila, flatliners, and Mintu. Imagine the combination Mintu flatliner.
Oh my god!
Oh, it would be so awful.
For each game, we have to bet, and the loser has to drink 50 centiliter of what's it called? It's the super strong drink with everything in
Straw.
it. The Long Island iced tea.
Oh, but that's at least tasty.
Well,
But after
5 games. If you lose all the 5 games.
and 50 centiliters are quite a big one.
Oh yeah, lose 5. That's 2.5 liters.
Oh my lord!
Combine that with the shots.
And the shots of the
I would love to do that. If you guys want to see that, write to us.
Yeah, and we make sure to arrange it on one of the tournaments where we're allowed to drink.
Yeah, like Fantasia.
No, we can't drink there.
Oh, it's a school as well.
There's a school as well.
Damn.
But the Grand Fanatic,
Oh yes.
whenever that is again.
Well, the next Fnatic is probably gonna be the ones with the Make it happen.
Make it happen.
It's probably gonna be when we do SM, and then I'll actually have to play.
Yeah. And I will not get drunk by myself. That is just sad.
Or we can just stream this from your house. Or a venue outside school.
Yeah, we're sitting outside in a tent, freezing our asses off,
Drinking.
drinking like madmen.
SM is in June, I think.
Yeah, it's in June, I think.
like just before 10th. Because I think 10th is about in the middle or in the end of June.
Yeah. It will probably be the last 9th edition tournament, at least in Sweden.
Yeah.
The last
definitely.
big one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The last big one is going to be that, or depending if it's going to be 10th. If that's going to be the 10th edition SM, then we are the 20th of May. We have a team tournament in Malmö.
Oh.
And where will the Swedish Nationals be? Well, it's going to be, I think it's the same venue as we did the Grand Fanatic team event in Bålsta, near Stockholm.
I haven't heard anything
And someone
about
just
it.
called me on the toilet, so I'll be back.
Okay. Well, what's happening though is just checking if we can in any way hold both objectives. Okay, so Arman only has one wound left, so he's thinking of just charge him into death. Four hits on Arman. One wound. Save. Then charge. 11 as if he needed it. So this will be the last fight of the game, trying to score one last assassination on Ariman. Oh, a lot of misses. 2 wound. No, 3s due to Blood Angels. +1 to wound. So we have save, fail, reroll, save. And there he dies. Boom! 3 points for assassination. Ariman was charged to death, and that was the end. So additional 3 points on assassination for the Blood Angels.
Hey!
And that's game, I think.
I'm just gonna take a quick sec to check out the final score here.
Yes, we will both do that. Be right back. So we have a final scoring. We have 75 points for the Blood Angels versus the 92 of the Thousands Sons. So a Thousands Sons victory going into game 5. We will have a short break, wait for the final results, and then we will come back and report the standings. Be right back.